What's up, everybody? If you can't tell, it's a little sunny here and I don't have my ND filter on this camera, but I wanted to finally come back from the dead and show you what I've got going on now that I'm moving into my new studio. So let's get started. Alright, so this bad boy right here is the house. It is upstairs is 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, about 3,500 square feet, and downstairs is about 1,300 square feet in the basement with another bedroom and bathroom, although one of the bedrooms is non-conforming, and that's what I'm using as my studio. So your typical old school brick house in a really nice neighborhood. You come in and you got this walkway with all the wonderful lighting and the house. We'll go out here first. So this is one of the first things I really liked about this house. I mean, it's got a cool, like a nice big kitchen, which I should have turned all the lights on in for you, but you know, you'll live. And you come out to this big open patio. With a nice view, and that is all floodplain, so it can't ever be developed. So actually I have a nice backyard. We've got our own little, that was a wood shop, I might use it for podcasting, and then another little shed over there. Alright, I'm going to spare you all the gory details. If you go up here, there's 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. And if you go, oh, and they were an art teacher, person who owned this before us, so they like drew like trees and stuff in the mud, but whatever. Big old hearth and fireplace, big room for entertaining. As you can see, it's not all moved into yet. There's another half bath there. And then a big old garage, complete with gun safe, which I negotiated as part of a sale. And then this is the real money maker. You guys may have seen some videos of me riding this thing down before. In fact, let's do it right now. This is the bird's eye view. As much as I joke about this thing, it's pretty cool when you gotta carry something heavy up the stairs. Just set it on this and let this thing do all the work. Oh yeah. Alright, now, here's what we open up to. Okay, so this, my assistant Rachel sits there, which we're gonna get standing desks. So I'm gonna bring an acquisitions manager in as well. And so we got full kitchenette, bathroom, come around this way. This nice room will be a full bedroom, you know, like nice queen bed, and that's another laundry room over there, but I don't know why we need 2 in this house. And then back to the backyard, so we'll come in through the back door. But here's what you guys actually care about. So I just tried to do a quick walkthrough of the house. There's more storage over there, but this is the magic right here. Coming into all the lighting. So we've got, when I do standing videos, they will be in this area, framed up against this backdrop, which I'm going to tweak. I'm going to get a actual, I'm going to replace this light with like one of those neon signs. I thought this dude was awesome. Obviously the spotlight hitting the book, you know, because we got to be able to go. You guys got the idea. So we got the other piece is if I turn on this light so you guys can see behind. I made it so that I can like pull this sound blanket closed when it's time to record. This is the mess of all things recording. Just cables and wires. There's more stuff tucked behind that. Just big ol' recording stuff. Alright. So now, this angle, let me show you what's up here. What's up, military millionaires? I am still David Pere, and I'm not dead. I know you guys are starting to wonder. So I wanted to make this video to show you a little bit about what I've been working on, right? So obviously, you should all know about the release of the book, The No BS Guide to Military Life. If you don't, go to my website /book. You can check it out there. Got some really good feedback, actually, since it launched June 1st. To include several people who have ordered it in bulk to either give out to units or realtors handing it to clients or whatever. So that means the world to me. So glad to hear good responses on the book. We've sold 2,000 or 3,000 copies by now, not including Audible. So Audible, it doesn't actually tell me number on the report, it's just dollar amount. And I have no idea how much I get per recording, but I'm sure it's not very much. So who knows? I don't know. Maybe 3,500 copies of the book, but which is awesome in 2.5 months. So as most of you know, I'm on an internship right now. I'm transitioning off active duty. I'm planning to go into the reserves. This is actually a little awkward for me being back in front of the camera because it's been so long since I've done this. But what I've done now is I've gone a little bit more professional with my studio. So I actually painted the wall instead of the black tape that you used to see. I bought a nice softbox light, so the lighting is much better over there, which includes a bunch of other different lights. I bought this cool dude, which I just showed you, which I think is a really cool version of the Edison bulb, and some other lighting angles. Incorporated a really badass desk that you guys might have seen as I glanced over it. I should probably do like a whole video on this. A buddy of mine gave me this nice custom built Amish desk because he was in the process of like minimizing, going minimalist. So you got a smaller desk and chair. Didn't need this big thing anymore. It's beautiful. It works perfectly for what I do. I got a stand-up desk on top of it, which was a gift from another friend of mine, John. Actually, for those of you who knew about the half Ironman that I did kind of on a whim in Oceanside last year when it wasn't sanctioned and it was just 3 people. So one of them gave me the desk and the other one gave me the standing desk. So it really pays to have some good friends in life. So yeah, so anyway, what's new, right? This is my first video back, and really the only people who are going to watch this are the people who are like, where the hell has Dave been? So over the last 2 months, transitioning off active duty, I've realized that I am financially free. I've hired an executive assistant. We're working to bring in an acquisitions manager here in the next month as well, and we're trying to scale both the content side and the finding deals and wholesaling the deals that I'm not going to buy personally side, with the goal to continue to build the platform and obviously achieve continue working towards that financial freedom goal with a little bit extra cash flow so I can have some fun. I've always wanted a nice car. I'm pretty not frugal about cars. I've had a bunch of sports cars, but never like a really nice one. So, personal goal of mine is to definitely be able to afford a nice sports car, actual car, and be able to roll with it. So, I don't know. I'm back, right? So we're at, let's see, currently in my life, sitting at about 98 doors, not including syndications, or just doors that I'm either 100%, 50%, or 33% owner on. Got a couple more in the works right now. Have this subconscious goal to have 100 doors by EAS, even though doors doesn't matter at all. It's all about cash flow. The business is going well. The executive assistant, Rachel, is picking things up very well. You may have noticed her approving and denying and blocking people in the Facebook group. She's taken over a decent amount of my email traffic. So if you send me an email, most of the time it's still me responding, but if it's not me, it's me telling her what to respond. She may take over some of that in the future, but right now she just kind of deals with my CRM and some of the people who are requesting to talk to agents that I know or lenders. In case you don't know or have forgotten, I have a pretty big network at this point of agents and lenders. I don't say that like a braggadocious, look at my network, but we've been able to help a ton of people get into houses using the VA loan, whether that's a house hack or a single family hack over the last year and a half, and it's probably one of the coolest things I've ever seen or done. In fact, I just got a text from this gentleman. He was a corporal, E4, working for me, and I gave him a copy of Rich Dad Poor Dad last year, about a year and a half ago. He read it, got hooked, starting digging into bigger pockets, asking me questions, went back and forth. I introduced him to an agent. He bought a triplex for like 1.1 or 1.03 or something like that in the San Marcos area, I believe, or Encinitas, Oceanside Vista area of San Diego. And then he just recently sold it, and he sent me a text and asking what to do about taxes. But he netted like 139,000 was the check, but then mortgage payment he'd have to pay, some closing costs, some rent, ended up with about 150 in his pocket. And so that was like super rewarding, right? Because I helped introduce this guy to an agent who was awesome, got him into a great deal, and a lender who was even more awesome, got him into a great deal. And then just fast forward a year and a half later, and he's going to have to pay some capital gains tax because he sold it within 2 years, but he'll pay long-term capital gains tax, and he was pretty much cash flow positive that entire time. So, 150, 160,000 in his pocket in a year and a half. Pretty sweet operation, pretty sweet way to exit the military. He's going to roll that stuff into some more, and he's going to be taken care of. Now, that's not going to be everybody's scenario, but we have helped a lot of people get into, duplexes, triplexes, fourplexes, single families, and some other investments as well. But if you're looking to buy a house, or you're going to be PCSing soon, or you know somebody who is, send them our way. We're happy to introduce them to somebody in our network because, as you guys know, agents and lenders make all the difference with the VA loan. There are tons of people out there right now saying the VA loan is not competitive, and then there's people in the Military Millionaire Network who are still competing, still buying, still succeeding, regardless of all those other excuses. So if someone's telling you you can't do it with the VA loan right now, odds are they're just not the right professional for you. Happy to introduce you to some people that I know in my network who can help. Anyway, all of that aside, we talked about real estate, talked about some referral stuff. So what I'm thinking now is we're going to build out the content side. I'm looking to maybe hire a writer, maybe an editor, and really kind of scale the content side, teaching people about real estate, military benefits, VA loans specifically, and a lot of other stuff. And then all of this platform is going to kind of roll into Freedom Properties, which is my current brand that does the marketing and networking and everything for off-market deals. So we're doing some wholesaling out of that as well. So if you want to get on our buyers list, let me know. We might do some syndications out of that. So if you want to get on that buyers list / investors list, let me know in the comments or shoot me an email. Or you can just go to the website. There's buttons there to click and fill out the form for it. But we are growing that. Mainly, open kimono, I want to find really good deals for myself. The best way to do that is with solid marketing and negotiation. So I'm planning to buy and hold a decent amount, but I kind of feel like I'll probably buy one, wholesaler, wholesale 2 or 3, use those funds, buy another one, and that'll be kind of how we keep things rolling. And then obviously everything rolls. So Military Millionaire rolls into Freedom Properties, rolls into Pere Rental Properties, which is actually, like 4 LLCs right now. Lots of things going on. There's an update for you. For those of you who don't know, I was under contract to sell my 10 unit back in February, March, April. April 1st, closing day, they decided they didn't want it, blah, blah, blah. Went back and forth and back and forth. Finally got a lawyer involved because the contract said, hey, if you're not going to buy this, you owe me 10% of the purchase price, which would have been $35,000. And they didn't want to pay, blah, 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 blah. Ended up having to get some people involved. Anyway, long story short, we settled everything. It's all good. I'll give you some details on that one day if I'm able to, but long story short, just know what your contract says, stick to it, don't have problems enforcing it. If you're in the right, you're in the right. On that same note, know what your contract says, because if you're in the wrong, you're still in the wrong, whether you feel like you're in the right or not. So understand contracts, make sure you have those written up correctly. So that's, I guess, kind of what's going on. Refinanced a 10 unit to roll money into hotels, refinanced a duplex to roll money into, pay off my wife's HELOC, my HELOC that was on her house. Sold a duplex to also put down payment on the hotel, refinancing some other properties right now to pay off other debt. Yeah, that's life. I don't know. Life's good. Bought some more real estate, moved across country, going in the reserves, getting off active duty, kind of able to do my own thing. Oh, and I completed a half Ironman at Boulder 70.3 last week. For those of you who don't know, 1.2 mile swim, 56 mile bike ride, and a 13.1 mile run. Took me 8 hours and some change, and it was fun. So this is the new setup. This is the new digs. Tell me what you guys think. let me know. I'll do some videos facing that way so you can see the couch and the other backdrop here once I get my neon sign and get everything figured out for lighting and everything. But for now, this will do. And I hope you guys like the new setup. I like the new setup. And I look forward to, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I look forward to doing more content. I'm going to start pumping stuff out even more regularly than I was before. We're going to get this horse going. So let me know in the comments any content that you would like to see or an update on or anything like that. Questions you might have. I'm going to be doing some content, so hit me up.